Hello everyone, it's Everything Buzz City here, back again with another video. And today it's basically the end of the first week of the NBA. And I just wanted to go into a couple things of what I've seen this season thus far. Number one, we'll start with the Charlotte Hornets real quick because this is a Charlotte Hornets channel. So we'll go ahead and touch on them. We're going to go around the NBA thus far on my thoughts on what I've seen from all the NBA teams. I'll try to get to most of them at least. So far, we've seen this team go 1-1. We've seen some great things from our second overall pick, and we'll get into him and Scoot Henderson. So far, I am having their game on, and they're losing by 26 points. And Scoot Henderson is not playing very well these first three games. Not good at all. And compared to the two, Brandon Miller is playing out of his mind. So that is absolutely great to see from him. But we have some concerns. It's a little bit too early to get deep into it. We've seen some inconsistency from Mark Williams, LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, P.J. Washington, Nick Richards, everyone except for, surprisingly, our rookie who has been consistent the first two games. And that's really all you can ask for from the team, and we'll see what they're able to do. I think a 500 record, if healthy, is what this team will be. And they might go over that, they might go a little bit under that, but that will be what they're at if their core players stay intact. Now, I want to talk about who's the best team so far in the NBA, and I think it's pretty easy to look, and that is the Denver Nuggets. Just how they play, their offense. Nikola Jokic is the best player in basketball, in my opinion, a top 5 center of all time already, and potentially he'll be in the conversation with Hakeem Olajuwon and Shaq when it's all said and done. But how he's able to impact the game and control the offense, and Jamal Murray plays off of him perfectly. Their DHO actions, their pick and pop, pick and roll actions that they have whenever they get Jokic the ball at around the free throw line and then give him the decision to either pass it to Aaron Gordon or kick it over to Jamal Murray, or he can take the shot. And then it's the same thing for Jamal Murray. What do you want? You want him to pass it to the high post to Nikola Jokic, or do you want him to throw a lob to Aaron Gordon, or even better, he can just shoot it? It's just the team is too good. They have great three-point shooting, and people said this team got a little bit worse because off-season they lost Jeff Green. They lost Ish Smith. They lost Bruce Brown to the Pacers, who's playing very well for them. He dropped a career high in his debut. But I'm telling you, these young pieces that this team has are very, very good. Peyton Watson is a great two-way talent right now. He had a bunch of good plays against the Thunder tonight. You look at Braun. He's playing very well. Another two-way talent at the small forward position. The exact opposite of what Michael Porter Jr. is. He's not going to force a shot. Porter will shoot it, and he will most likely make it, but don't ask him to pass the ball. Don't. He's like Kelly Oubre if Kelly Oubre was consistent. But anyways, that is my best team in the league. Who are some teams that can compete with them? I'm looking at the Sixers. If they get Harden, even if they don't, I think Tyrese Maxey is going to have a huge jump this year. 25 points per game, 23, 24, somewhere in there. He is an absolute bucket getter, and he also is unselfish at times. Joel Embiid, we already know what he's going to bring to the table. He's going to put up a lot of numbers. The question is, what can this team do in the playoffs? And Kelly Oubre is going to be an important piece to them off the bench. I thought he would start, and maybe they'll work that in, but he dropped 26 in his debut. Absolutely amazing. I'm not too sure what he's done against Portland. Only 8 points, but that is the Kelly Oubre experience. You're going to see inconsistency, but he'll be an important piece to their playoff run off the bench. And then I'm looking at the Bucks. Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, once they get it going, it's going to be a problem. It's just what that team has right now with that duo and DHO actions, what that duo has in pick and roll opportunities, giving it to Giannis and having Damian Lillard play off ball, or doing the other. It's going to be a problem once the playoffs run around. And then the Celtics, I think they had the best starting five in the entire NBA. the defensive versatility of that starting five with the best defensive backcourt in the NBA. There's no question about it. Derek White and Drew Holiday are studs. Then you have Jaylen Brown. We know what he brings to the table. We know what Jason Tatum is going to do. Kristaps Porzingis can focus on his defensive versatility, really. He'll be that third option behind Brown and Tatum. He's going to get 18, 20 points per game, but he can focus more on the defensive end and use his length, and that is something he's going to be great at this year. Very underrated. Could definitely be in the All-Star bid this season. Now we're going to look at a couple young teams that I'm looking at. Portland is looking awful. Just terrible. Scoot Henderson has struggled this season with the start of these 3 games. Foul trouble, foul trouble, foul trouble. Turnovers galore. Inefficiency from shooting the ball. Inefficiency driving. He's very predictable with his layup package. He's had a couple good passes, driving and a dish to Ayton down low. That was a good play, but outside of that, you're not seeing a lot from him thus far. So Portland's going to struggle, and I think it's a mistake to force Scoot Henderson to be a starter. Malcolm Brogdon should be starting right now, and you should work him into the starting role like Steve Clifford is doing with Brandon Miller. It's going to do wonders for his confidence. There's no reason in forcing it when he's not ready yet, and it's damn clear he is not. But other teams I'm looking at, Magic, are going to be really good. I love their duo and Franz and Banchero. They're going to be great. Suggs, if he can show some development with that three-point shot, we know what he brings to the table defensively. Cole Anthony can be a sneak 6th man of the year. Markelle Fultz is starting to get Markelle Fultz from before he went to Philly. He's been playing very well for Orlando the last couple seasons. I'm looking at the Spurs. Keldon Johnson is a stud. We already know Victor Wembanyama. Good God, I'm going to have to deal with this. But he's great. He's a great player. Something he's struggling with right now is foul trouble, though. A power forward, but I'm very interested to see what they do. How are you going to defend that? You're going to have to put a center on him, and then that's going to leave weakness with John Collins, but we'll see what they do. So that's the team I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Wizards as a sneakily play-in opportunity team. I don't think they're as bad as people think they are. I think the Pistons are I think the Pistons are actually another team that are going to be competitive this year if they are healthy. With Cade Cunningham, if Ivy's, I don't know what they're doing with Ivy. He's coming off the bench right now, but when he plays, he's very good. You got Jalen Duren. He's playing out of his mind thus far. Very happy for him and Detroit Pistons, even though they are rivals, in my opinion. I hate Detroit Pistons. Isaiah Stewart's an absolute clown and a bum and trash. But outside of that, those are my main takeaways. The Lakers as well. I wanted to touch on the Lakers. The Lakers are going to go as far as what Anthony Davis takes them. If Anthony Davis can stop being inconsistent, they have a chance to win a title. If not, they're not even making it out of the first round if they are 8th seed. And that's a real question mark of what they're going to be able to do this year. But anyways, this is Everything Buzz City here. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and I will be back until the next upload. Peace out, boys.